First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah Bashim, Wakar HaKadosh, the bonus to the apostle, and elders, a great millstone, peace and salutations to the brother doing the work of sincerity and the truth, the hopeful light, waiting every day, praying for Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah to return until we get out this place. Peace and salutations to you, brothers. Just want to get into an exhortation, a lesson just on the fact, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah is always going to be with Israel, and he's going to defeat and destroy the wicked. It's going to be quick. We're going to deal with Isaiah the 14th chapter. This is Isaiah the 14th. I'm going to start at 1. For the Lord will have mercy upon Jacob, and he will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave into the house of Jacob. See, the Lord still going to have mercy on the part of his firstborn Israel, man. He's going to have mercy on his people. Like everybody else who you can only be Israelite through the flesh, not according to your so-called spiritual Israelite. Only through the flesh. He says he's going to choose Israel, man. Let's go to verse 2. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, right? And that's going to be in that day, man, when the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah is going to take our enemies and turn them to our servants, man. Right now we're servants to our enemies, man, to our oppressors, which is who? The so-called white man and the rest of the nations. But man, the so-called white man who controls this land at this time, he's the harbinger of death, man. Let's go to Isaiah 60 real quick. Isaiah chapter 60. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and start at I believe it's verses 12. Okay, let's start at 1. It says, "Arise, shine, thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness to people." Because that's what we under at this moment, man. We under a whole cloud of disarray from really the reality that we're supposed to be in. Because the world is having a feast upon Israel, and off the backs of Israel, we make the whole world, man. It said, don't the scriptures say we are the salt of the earth, man? Okay? And they took, and as the whole world are, like you got other nations that come into our areas, and they know that we're consumers, and the gross darkness to people, man. We got sex. This is sex magic. It's a terrible time to live in this place, man. But it's gonna get worse. It's sex magic. Is destruction. It's demonic presence. These niggas worship Satan in the music, and the women are over men, and lies being perpetuated about Israel. Israel is being destroyed, and the destructive force of the white man who's basically deceiving the whole world, and trying to destroy us as a whole if he can't even make it. So he has a nuclear missile to try to destroy everybody, But let's say in gross darkness to people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee in his glory, and shall be seen upon thee, and the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and the kings to the brightness of thy rising. Lift up thy eyes around about, and see all they gather themselves together. They come to see thy sons shall come from far, and thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side. And then thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee, and the forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. So they got treasures in those oceans, and the sea, like you be in the sea of people. Hey, these nations got a whole bunch of our gold, our old artifacts, man. They got abundance. Actually, the whole thing is Israel, because Most High said it's the everything is for us, man. You know, so they got everything of ours, right? You know, like the old artifacts that we had in ancient world. You know, the gold that they smelted. You know, a lot of the gold. A lot of these nations wouldn't even flourish without Israel being here, man. You know. Um, verse 6, it says, then the multitude of camels shall cover thee, and of Germataries. Germataries is a whole bunch of camels together, and of Midian and Ephah, the weight, it says, all they of Sheba shall come, and they shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praises of the Lord. All right? And all the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto the rams, and the Baath shall minister unto thee, and they shall come upon thee with acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glories. And that's Israel, man. All right, verse 9. It says, surely the isle shall wait for thee, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, and their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of the Lord thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls. And that's just, they said the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, man. And their kings shall minister unto thee, for in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I have had mercy on thee. Right. Because Most High said the strangers, so they're going to be our servants in that day, man. You know? Therefore thy gates shall be open continually, and they shall not be shut day nor night, that men shall bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and the kings may be brought, that the kings may be brought. So that we're going to have their kings, man, their nobles and everything, the so-called Rothschilds and the whole family of the Rothschilds. We're going to get them. We're going to put them in chains, man. For the nations and the kingdoms that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Right? Okay, let's go back to Isaiah 14, because they're going to be building us our lands up, man. You know, after the destruction, man. Hey, we're going to need people to, we're going to need slaves to pick those bodies up too, man. That's going to be perished. This is Isaiah 14 and 3, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou hast waste made to serve. And thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how has the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased, because Yahweh Shemaz did it, man. Ain't that, you know, because this thing is like a dream, man. This is not our reality. You know, the so-called white man in the whole world is going to have to deal with being the underling, and we're the underling or just slaves, man, in the kingdom of heaven, you know, for all the wickedness that they did, accusing us, man, and putting this stuff in front of us, man. You can't put, I'm going to just say, you can't put a plate of food in front of a fat man and think he ain't going to eat. You know, Israel went off by just going after their lust, man. And this so-called white man knew what to do. You know, they studied us, all right? It says, the Lord has broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers. It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, he is persecuted and none hindereth. It's like nobody stopped this man. But he's the one continually, man, putting the pressure on the IMF, you know, messing up the foods, you know, going to people's lands and taking the resources, putting them in debt, you know. The EU is an EU for a reason. That's all European so-called white man, a power structure, you know, which basically is to oppress basically every nation. That's the beast, man. And the Most High, they're gonna come up on the person. They're gonna come up for all the wickedness they did upon the earth. This is verse 7. It says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth in singing. Right? It says even the trees gonna rejoice when this man go down, man. Man, it's rest. Even the nations even in other nations that came against us, that was with Edom, are going to rejoice because this devil is out of power. They're going to have it better in the kingdom of heaven after that 1,000 years than Esau's ever did in the time that he had, man. Right? It says, and the fir tree shall rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, thou art laid down. No feller is come up against us, right? Because the so-called white man is just basically a money-hungry man that he would destroy your world and his, man. All right? Like, let's go to Obadiah real quick. Scriptures say that, because it said, I get it. It says, this division of Obadiah, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and the ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. We talk about the so-called white man, the Edomites. You are Edomites, man. You're Edomites. And we have chocolate Edomites as well as we have red Edomites. You got Chinese Edomites. It's the same fact. It says, verse 3, it says, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Because these damn devils are deceived in yourself, man. The thinking that you can destroy the people of the Lord, man. The thinking is destroy what the Most High has made, man. Hey, it's promised to Israel, as we begin to read in the first chapter. The 14th chapter, first verse of Isaiah. He said, choose Israel, man, and they know this, but they think they can upset the prophecies. So this is an indication who is talking about the men of the Caucasus Mountains. Let me read it again. It says, the pride, because the Most High know that this man is full of pride. It says, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. Ain't they built as high? Don't they represent themselves as the eagle that says in their heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Now, don't they say that? He said, who can bring America down, basically? The army of one. Nobody can bring down the Roman government. The Greeks, okay? It says, thou that exalt thyself as the eagle. Who the only person that exalt themselves as the eagle, man? And thou that hast set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down, saith the Lord, man. Okay, who does that? Let's go real quick, and I'm going to come back to Obadiah. Isaiah 46. Isaiah 46 and 11. Isaiah 46 and 11. It says, calling a ravenous bird from the east, a man that executeth my counsel from a far country. Yea, I have spoken, and I said, let's go up here. Verse 10 says, declaring the end from the beginning. Yeah, because it's always been prophesied, the end from the beginning, from Genesis all the way to now, man. And from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure, calling the ravenous bird from the east. And man that executed my counsel from afar, yea, I have spoken it, and I will also bring it to pass. And I have purposed it, I would also do it. It says, hearken unto me, ye stout-hearted that are far from righteousness, man. It says, I bring near my righteousness, and it shall not be far off, and my salvation not tarry, and I will place salvation in Zion forever. Zion for Israel, my glory, right? So that ravenous bird is the damn so-called white man. All right, let's go back to Obadiah. Okay. It says, verse 5, Obadiah 5, it says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would thou not have stolen till thou had enough? If Gabriel came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Right. So, the so-called white man come to your land, he don't only tax the hell out of you, He put you in deep debt, and then he takes your resources. Then he keeps you in basically slavery forever. And then Most High is gonna serve him with a. He gonna serve this goddamn devil the ass whooping of a lifetime, man. How the things of Esau search stopped? How are these things is hidden and sought up? How is these things are sought up and hidden, man? How? Let's do the spirit of the Lord, man. Everybody can see this damn devil, man. Even the rest of the nation is tired of dealing with this devil, man. That's why they're not taking his currency. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men of thy were at peace with thee, have deceived thee, and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom? No, even your enemy, even your ones that your cohorts, so-called Edomites, the so-called white man, even the cohorts that you have are going to deceive you, man. Right now, they're taking your money. They're building up their arsenal. It's going to be a world war of world wars and the final world war. They said the World War IV is going to be fought with sticks and stones, because after this third world war, it's going to be a deletion of all powers except powers given only to Israel, man. The real true men, man, that are the mighty power of this earth that the Harabashim Shah is giving, Okay, let's go to verse 10. It says, verse 9. It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, which are the Germans, shall be dismayed to the end of every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Because they're going to eventually be put in a hellhole, man. The destruction is going to be, man, they're going to be the goddamn niggas. They're going to be the apes, which they call us the apes. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, which is Israel, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever, man. So these damn devils are going to be destroyed and put in a trick bag that they're in. Let's go back to Isaiah, man. And your enemies are going to come against you, man. Because you came against us. And sneakily they're gonna come against you. You selling all your weapons and your technology, idiot. Let's go back to said the whole earth. Christ said verse 9. This is Isaiah 14:9. This is hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It is stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up from the thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou hast become weak as we? Yeah, and art thou become like unto us? Because look, the so-called white man, these American Edomites were pumped in their pride, plus the regular so-called white man, but America has, the technology that they have, they probably be more far advanced than most nations. But they have been selling their information. You see movies like God of War. They sell it to the highest bidder. The military weapons. They didn't keep the stronghold, man. They're devouring their money. They're taking loans. They can't even be. They laden with thick clay, man. They're putting. They all they doing is debt, man. I remember them shooting off. I think a couple of missiles. Cost $100 million when they did a war against, I believe, Syria. Man, they believe they're the police of the world. They take everything, man. Their pride is a big downfall, man. It says verse, and that's gonna come up to it. And they're gonna stay seeing it in the day. They seeing it now. That's why the so-called white man is talking about white lives matter. They don't have they know that if they're going to another land, they're going to be looked at strange. Many slaughters and Edomites going to other lands. They're tired of them, man. It's going to come collectively, but the Most High mustering up the host of the battle. It says, verse 11, it says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of the vials and the worm is spread under thee, because the worm is corrosion, man. All that building you did is going to be worthless, man. It says, and thee and the worm should cover thee, man. It says, how will thou fall fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, that didst weaken the nations? And you already went through that, how the so-called white man is basically, man, in every continent, putting his dirty foot in every land, man, putting stress on these nations. We already beat the backs of Israel, man, and we're the stress. You can put your hands up and still get shot, man. Weaken the nations, man. Hey, it's going to be an assistance of the Lord that we're going to tear this place apart, and we're thankful to Yahweh Shema Shai, in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, and that's what we're coming in the spirit. This place is going to be flattened, man. The old Lucifer, son of the morning, man. Verse 13. And the Most High say, you're going to cut him down. Constantly say that, man. Verse 13, it says, For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into the heavens. You did that. You went in your space stations, man. You went yourself, basically, you went into the Babylonian doctrine, man, of Nimrod, and tried to build a tower, man. And basically, you think you could, you think your pride you could never be flooded again. But the Most High said he's going to destroy this place with fire. It says, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High, and I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation of the sides of the north, and that's America, man. They're in the sides of the north of America. They prompt, and they have a no fear. Like the scriptures say, they have no fear like other men. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So they think they're the Most High. They digital, the transhumanism. They can do they can do heart transplants. They could figure out certain things. Hell, they can figure out so many things that they can't even figure out who Edom is. That's crazy. That the Most High say he's gonna destroy it. He's gonna come upon down on Idumea constantly, man. Let's go. All right. And verse 15, it said, yet thou shalt be brought down to the hell, to the sides of the pit. Yeah, you go into because the North America is going to be basically a hellhole, man, and flattened, and and destruction is going to come upon this place, right? You got your foot in every land. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? That's right. Like I said, the scripture called him a man. So when you say, Lucifer, son of the morning star, the scripture say, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? Because we're going to look at you on that day. It's going to be like a bad dream, man. We're going to see the so-called white man out there in the fields 100 miles away, man, because I really don't want to see that nigga near. But, hey, he got to build up our walls, man. And he said, look at him like, man, was this the dude? Like, in a peculiar way, look at him like, man, this dude was the one? No. Our children gonna look at him, was this the guy? Was the old man that had dominion over the earth? He was the last ruler in that old world. That, it's just gonna be like it was never there. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble? That did shake kingdoms, right? Because when the so-called white man came in, it was fear. The tanks and shit that they had, the military, and then all the people that they brought with them, all nations that they brought with them, because they could command and control the other nations. Shit, that'll make you fear, especially when they come on this land soon. That made the world as a wilderness. And destroy the cities thereof, that openeth not the house of her prisoners, and you keep people in there for 50 years, man. It says, and all the kings of the nations, even to all of them, lie in glory, every one of his own house. But thou shalt be cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as a raiment, and of those that are slain, right? And slain and thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trod down underfoot. So they're gonna be put in a peril, man, and like he's being trodden down and trod down under feet. Yahweh Shah said the same thing, man. Hey, he said the same thing in Isaiah 63. You know, it's one of my favorite scriptures, man. Isaiah 63:3, it says, I have trodden down the winepress alone. Let's go start at 1. It says, who is this? First, Isaiah 63:1, it says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments up from Basra, that is glorious in his apparel, traveled in his greatness of his strength, that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine vat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and there was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garment, and I will stain all my raiments. But who is the subject? Edom, Esau, the so-called white man. This is the Lord speaking. He gonna get the slicing and dicing and destroying this place, man. Right? So the so-called white man is gonna be flat, man. Just go to man Isaiah be telling it, bro. Right? Isaiah 34:5, it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Let's get the word Idumea. It says Adawam, Edom. Okay? All right? Edom. It says upon the people of my curse and of my and to my judgment. So that's really it, man. The Most High is going to destroy and place. Let's go to verse 8 real quick. Jump down to verse 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of my recompense. The word recompense, it means shalom. It means shalom. Shalom. Okay? Shalom. You know? It says his peace. It's going to be a day of his peace, man. You know? The reward, requital, retribution, his payback, man. Reward and bribe, man. It's going to be the payback, man. It's the day of his payback, his retribution, and for the controversy of Zion, man. So with that, man, hey, Lord, Lord willing, it was edified. Until next time, hey, peace and shalom.